In life, suffering is mandatory, but misery is optional. We all have problems, and we also all have choices. We can choose to be happy or we can choose to be miserable. Being miserable requires a lot of effort. You have to ignore a lot of things. Now, as we should all be challenging ourselves every single day, I'm going to teach you how to be truly miserable. Few starter things, maybe like wear colors in only grayscale, and don't be as prepared as you'd like to be. Also, don't dress up very much, and don't feel that prepared. You know, it all goes together. Beyond that, you really want to worry, be terrified. Worry about things that you can't control. In fact, like start thinking about these. Start keeping a list, right? I'll start us off here. We got terrorism, we have other additional problems in the Middle East. We have political problems, we have economical problems, we have environmental problems. Basically anything you can think of. Wait 5 seconds when you're watching the news, and every single 5 seconds, another thing is going to pop up in a little blue bar. You can add that to your list. Start looking up things online, and beyond that, use your imagination. As a kid, we'd use our imagination, we'd have fun with that. But now, we get to use our imagination to worry. Record all the negative experiences in your life. Don't record the positive. Recording the positive can lead to adverse effects, such as being happier, promoting your well-being, reducing depression, handling difficult times better, sleeping better, feeling more useful, focusing on the positive, and reducing negative feelings, overall leading us down the wrong path, away from a lack of satisfaction and depression, towards a life full of joy and happiness. Remember, being happy is easy. Being miserable requires effort. Now, once you've started down this path, don't stop there. You need to believe that things will never change. We know there's a natural cycle to all things in nature. The sun sets and it rises again the next day. Winter comes and it's freezing, but it never lasts forever. We get wounded and our wounds heal. Here comes that ignorance from that first quote there. Miserable people are able to ignore all of this natural cycle. They live in a never-ending winter with never healing wounds, and they believe that the sun will never rise again. They have this ability to relive bad memories to the point to where there is no time left to make any new ones that could be, heaven forbid, good. Your imagination is yours. You remember the past you choose, rehearse the future you want, and identify with the real and fictional heroes and events of your selection. John Roger and Peter McWilliams. Now, all this creating extra worries and imagination could seem crazy to some and tiresome to others. If you're just plumb lazy, don't worry. You have everything you need on your person. Think of your shortcomings. Surely you can think of a few, and once you think of a few, surely you can think of a whole lot more. What are they? Start putting yourself down. Focus on that, and become obsessed with putting yourself down and loving this fear and this doubt. William Shakespeare once said, I'm sure mistakenly, this quote is terrible, our doubts are traitors and make us lose the good we oft might win by fearing to attempt. Stupid thought. Ignoring our fears and doubts could make us happy, and we sure as heck can't have that. Now, what's very important is to deny any compliment. Every compliment you receive, your worries, I'm sure, will tell you it's not true. Deny them to the point to where you turn humility into self-humiliation. Happy people know their flaws and shortcomings, but they don't sell themselves short. You have to go the extra mile and sell yourself short, or you might be mistaken for a happy person. Fun people are fun to be around. To be miserable, make sure you aren't fun to be around. You can never be satisfied. You don't like your job, nothing's quite good enough, the dance didn't have good music, you don't like your classes, your friends don't really do fun things with you, it's just kind of okay, you know. Everything has a flaw. Make sure you take the effort to find that. If you have a bright, beautiful, sunny day, look around, look down, find your shadow. Focus on that. In a world full of people both happy and encouraging, and sad and discouraging, make sure you find the latter. Spend time with people who convince you to do activities that make you feel like you're probably not doing the right thing. It's going to lead to a little bit more misery in life. Professor Ed Diner said that good influences of family and good friends lead to an increase in health and happiness. Now, Being happy is easy. Being miserable requires effort. Here's the hard one. Don't show any signs of happiness. Don't smile, don't laugh, and whatever you do, don't sing. It takes 64 muscles in the face to frown. And it only takes 13 to smile. You're never going to get fit just smiling all day. There's something called a Duchenne smile. Here's a little bit of background. A Duchenne smile is one that raises both your cheeks and the corners of your mouth to create a crinkle in your eyes. This is a sincere smile. If you smile a Duchenne smile, there's a researcher named Paul Ekman that found that this Duchenne smile will actually activate the pleasure center in your brain. You could be as miserable as you wanted, and if you Duchenne smile, a sincere smile, you can trick your brain into being happy. There's this, and then, okay, Lee Berg found laughter causes all the reciprocal or opposite effects of stress on the brain. It shuts down these stress hormones and releases feel-good neurochemicals. Think of laughter as the yin to stress's yang. There's an old Chinese proverb that says, "He who waits for roast duck to fly into his mouth must wait a very long time." Being miserable requires effort. So you may have to wait a very, very long time. Wait for life to happen. Don't do anything. By all means, don't take any action. Don't have a purpose. If you get lost, make sure that nothing's an adventure. You're lost. You can't take an opportunity to say, "Hey, this could be an exploration." No. Take an opportunity to mope and think, "Oh, why is it always me that the hard things happen to?" Imagine you're a ship out in the open ocean. Storms arise. What will you do? Make sure you do nothing. Sit around, wait for life to happen. Wait for that roast duck to fly into your mouth. Whatever you do, don't do it. Don't take control or do anything. Don't realize your blessings and joys. Worry about the things that you can't control. Ignore the fact that the sun's going to rise again. Stay in the past. Obey your fears and ignore your strengths. Don't smile, don't laugh, and whatever you do, don't sing.
Imagine this. You're surfing on the most beautiful beach in the world. You have a nice tan, the sun is shining, the water is warm and clear. Not a worry in the world. When all of a sudden, a big wave comes and crashes right on top of you, pulling you underneath the water. Every breath you take fills your lungs up with a salty excuse, and just when you think you've reached a point where you can finally breathe oxygen, you inhale, and all that floods into your lungs is more water. Now imagine this happening for days, months, maybe years. Would you continue to try to swim, or would you give up? This concept seems a bit far-fetched to some, especially those who've never been trapped underneath the power of the ocean. However, what if I told you 6.8 million Americans are experiencing the sense of drowning right now? But rather than water, the overwhelming weight of anxiety and depression is crushing them. In fact, out of the roughly 100 people in this room, statistically, at least 20 of us are experiencing the sense of drowning right now. And if we broaden our statistic even more to include bipolar mood disorder and eating disorders, 36 people in this room would fit into the statistic. Look around. Would you assume that of your peers? Many of us wouldn't think anything of it if someone stopped coming to school for a couple days, stopped eating at lunch, or deleted all their social media. And that's what makes mental illness such a scary thing. We don't think anything of the signs. I, like many of you, often forget to recognize the pain others are experiencing when it can't be seen or recognized in the form of blood gore. However, contrary to popular belief, that doesn't mean it's not real. One thing that often gets lost in discussions of depression is that you feel so ridiculous. You know how easy basic human functions like getting out of bed, getting dressed, and eating are. Yet you're so wound up and pinned down by depression and anxiety that these minuscule tasks become too much to bear. You're so in its grip and unable to figure out any way around it. You feel yourself losing motivation and will. You feel yourself doing less and thinking less and feeling less. Mental illness can be defined as a condition that affects a person's thinking, feeling, and mood. These conditions may affect someone's ability to relate to others and function each day. And recovery from these illnesses is not simply a matter of will and self-discipline. Each person will have a different experience, even people with the same diagnosis. In a study done by the National Institute of Mental Health, it was found that about 80% of those who suffer from anxiety, depression, or who have an eating disorder will recover, while the remaining 20% will not. Since about 6.8 million people in America are experiencing one or more of these illnesses, that means approximately 1,360,000 people are not recovering. And of those people, when you factor in the annual suicide rate in the U.S. being 13.26 per 100,000, that equals roughly 18,033 suicides per year. Now, you may be asking how only 18,000 suicides result each year from mental illness when there are 44,193 in the U.S. each year. Well, the majority of mental illnesses are not diagnosed. Many people will pass off what they're experiencing as grief, or just being sad, which it is. It is sadness. It's much, much too much sadness. Much too much grief at far too slight a cost. In fact, when you talk to someone who has been in some form of relationship with someone who has committed suicide due to undiagnosed depression, whether that relationship be friendship, family, or spouse, they more often than not say they had no idea the deceased was suffering. When Pearl Jam's Eddie Vedder learned of his friend Kurt Cobain's suicide, he said if only we hadn't been so afraid of each other. Because we were going through so much of the same shit. If only we talked, maybe we could have helped each other. When I was 15, one of my best friends committed suicide. While I and many others had an idea he was suffering, we didn't think anything of it. Nate was a happy, normal guy. He told the people he loved that he loved them, passed his classes, went to school, tried to bed. He talked about college and his future with the rest of us. So we didn't think anything of it when he stopped coming to school for a couple days in the middle of February because he was sick. We didn't think anything of it when he deleted all his social media accounts, or when he decided to go to church for the first time since his grandpa died. We didn't think anything of it when he showed us so many signs that he was hurting. In Nate's note, he said he wishes somebody would have asked how he was doing. I wish somebody would have asked him. Another teen's note reads, "People say it gets better, but that isn't true in my case. It gets worse. Each day I get worse, and that's why I feel like killing myself. I'm sorry if that's not a good enough reason for you. It's good enough for me. My death needs to mean something. My death needs to be counted in the number of people who commit suicide this year. I want someone to look at that number and say that's fucked up and fix it. Fix society, please." These words were left by 17-year-old transgender teen Leela Alcorn just moments before Stephanie found a tractor trailer on the highway. Her friends and family had no idea she was depressed or considering suicide. I urge you, as an individual in this room, to recognize your own hurt and get help. I urge you to recognize the pain your peers are experiencing. Be empathetic, be loving, and be kind. Think something of the signs. Smile at strangers, say hello when you see somebody you know, and go out of your way to love people. I urge you, don't let 36 people in this room drown. Thank you.